Hello, CYbORG Force Academy. Hello, Stochastic CYbORG Academy. This is now CYbORG Force The Ancestor online. I'm gonna give you a short tutorial on how to use the RSI, MACD, and Stochastic RSI in conjunction with the CYbORG Force Pro trading strategy, the very basic one. Now let's go to the chart. This is the PSEI daily chart, and as you can see, I have already put the indicators that we are going to tackle on this particular time. Now, this is now the RSI, the stochastic RSI, and then the MACD. And as you noticed, way back in my previous tutorial, that on level 50 there is a certain movement that a particular stock may move up and move down. So I identify and make a line in 50 level of RSI and in 15 level of stochastic RSI. So that is only the one that we're going to tackle. So again, let's identify also the support and resistance level in our main chart using the Investogram. So by mere looking at the chart and through this Investogram, the level of support 1 of Investa was in 7,100 plus or minus, and then the support level 2 is on the 6.5 plus or minus, and then the resistance level 1 is in 7.4 plus or minus, and then the resistance level 2 is 7,800 plus or minus. So by mere looking at the chart, you can have now your buy entry always on the support level, and you can execute now your sell entry always on the resistance level, because a certain stock will likely to fall down. So on this particular case, from resistance 2, the PSEI stock went down abruptly to level 1. So in level 1, this now becomes again your level of support. So this is now your buy entry again. On this area and as well as on this area, and unlikely this is your sell entry on the resistance level. So it is important to know the resistance trend line and then the support trend line to know whether this stock is going up or going down. So on this particular case, we have to identify the trend line by mere looking only by your bare eyes. So this is now your resistance. I'm gonna color it as in orange and make it a thin one, and then the support level of this particular stock, I'm gonna use green color. So this becomes now your support, and this now becomes your resistance level, and as well as this is your support level 2 for PSEI using Investa support level, and this is your resistance level in PSEI. And likewise to this one, this is now your support level on this particular case, and this is now your resistance level on this particular stock. Why it is important to know the support and resistance trend line of a particular stock? It was already mentioned and clearly explained to you before in my previous tutorials that the importance of putting up a trend line, support trend line, and a resistance trend line to know if whether a stock will go down or a particular stock will go up. So let's digest it in short. If when the stock, when the candlestick reaches this level as your support level, it really went up. So it went bullish. So meaning this stock bounces at this level, and by mere um, identifying again your resistance trend line, the resistance trend line was here. So when the particular trend resistance trend line, when the candlestick pierces up this trend line, the stock went up abruptly to level 9,000 approximately per share. So when you have identified again your support trend line on this particular area, this is your support trend line, this line. So what will you do if you find the support trend line? If the candlestick pierces down, if the candlestick pierces down below this support line, what will you do? You have to execute now your sell entry. So by this time that the candlestick pierces down this level, I'll make it a broader one. The candlestick and the PSEI went abruptly down to the this level, 6,100 level plus or minus per share. So it is really important to know your resistance trend line and support trend line for trading play in your trading activities. So by mere projecting only from one point to another point, you can have now your resistance, and from below one point to another point, it gives you another support line. So how does it work? These indicators, how it works with the CYbORG force trading strategy. So let us now identify the importance of these indicators in your chart and the level 50 in each and every indicators that you have, that I have learned from online and research through my researches. So in this chart, I have to identify the vertical lines so that we may further execute the proper way of trading using these indicators. Let's start on this one, and I'll give you another one for the selling situation on a particular stock. So this is now, this one I'm going to change the color to red because this is the selling time, and this one is now your buy signal. Buy signal, and this is your sell signal. So the importance of putting up an indicator in your chart using RSI, the basic one is RSI, MACD, CCI, is that when a stock and a candlestick reaches its oversold level, you have to consider and put always in your mind that you have to consider a buy entry. What you have learned in my trading style. Lately, I have um, told you, share it with you that when the indicator line reaches the oversold level or pierces up, going up the oversold level, you have to execute now your buy entry. Kasi baka maiwanan ka. But in this particular oversold level, you have to be very careful and be mindful whatever circumstances that may happen, because baka yung yung oversold level pala na yung indicator mo ay nandun na, baka patuloy na bumagsak pa lalo mas mababa sa oversold level. But the mere fact that the indicator like this, you have to wait an indicator line which going up already from here to this one. So you have to wait for a signal for the going direction, going up direction. Pero kung pababa pa siya, you have to consider, you are not going to consider a buy entry. So it is clear for us. So when a particular stock or indicator pierces the oversold level, you have to consider mabilisan ng yung buy signal. And when it also touches the indicator line, pierces up the 50 level, you have to consider also a buy entry. And sinasabi nila, when the particular stock reaches the overbought level for this indicator, let's make it a color red, it signifies that you have to sell your shares because temporarily this stock will goes down. And exactly what happened to this stock, it really went down from overbought to oversold level. But there is a instances that the indicator line, even in an overbought level, it goes down, up, goes down and up and down and up. You cannot say that this particular down level, moving direction in a downward position, you will consider this one as a sell entry. Sometimes you have to consider this one as a bullish, a continuation of a uh, bullishness of the stock. Na-reach niya na to, na-reach niya na tong level na to, meaning baka umakyat pa to. And some stock went up, went up abruptly on this particular level, above the overbought level. So remember, when the indicator line pierces up, moves up the oversold level, you have to consider a buy entry. And when the indicator line reaches above level 50 from down to up, you have to consider buy entry. But if the indicator line from down 60 to touches the 50 level going down, and it goes down, down and down, you have to consider it a sell entry. And the another tip, that if on indicator line merely touches the overbought level, sometimes you have to consider not to sell your share on the particular stock, because some indicators and the candlestick is within the continuation of the bullishness of the uh, particular security. So on this particular tutorial that I'm sharing to you, the buy signal here, which is represented by a vertical line, and then the sell signal here represented by a vertical line also. Notice that the RSI line and then the MACD line was now on the oversold level. And when the particular stock pierces up above the the yellow CYbORG line, what does it mean? It means that you have to execute your sell entry the CYbORG's way. Alright? So, this particular area, the candlestick pierces up above the cyan and yellow color. Yellow color meaning above the yellow color, meaning that is a conservative buy. So what happened to your RSI? Also, your RSI proves that really on oversold level, sometimes you have to consider a buy entry. And when on this particular stock reaches this level on RSI above 50 level, and I will draw a line again to this one, and this and on this level, what you have seen in RSI and stock RSI, it is above or attempting to cross level 50. This is the level 50 and this is your level 50 also. So what happened? Your stock went up abruptly, and the RSI also went up abruptly. Um, and now, using the sell signal, using this strategy that I am sharing to you in RSI in RSI indicator. This is now your sell entry as proven by this CYbORG strategy that when the price or when the candlestick crosses below the yellow line, it is your sell entry. So you have to execute now your sell entry here. So you have to execute now your sell entry here because the candlestick went down below the yellow color, and on the RSI level, the RSI was on the overbought level. So this is now your sell entry also. And when, yung sinasabi ko nga, now when it touches the 50 level, as I am identifying here, see this one, this red candlestick represented by an RSI indicator here below the level 50. So meaning to say that your stock bababa pa ng masyado because the RSI indicator line is pointing down. So that is the technique that I want to share it to you. And again, lately, and then again later on, um, using CYbORG trading strategy and confluences, you can now um, identify your buy entry here on this particular level, and it is bolstered by these indicator lines on the over sold level also. The RSI and this stochastic RSI and RSI on this particular time frame, the indicator line went down to oversold level and went up again to oversold level, going in uptrend direction. So hopefully um, it is clear to you how to use the uh, RSI, MACD, and the stochastic RSI in congruence with the CYbORG trading CYbORG Pro trading strategy. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe and share these trading techniques using these three basic indicators and the CYbORG way strategy. Thank you very much.